mindset. Don't allow the enemy tell you, oh, you need to be like, don't mix up with like formal, right? Don't mix up with anybody. You know what? You're talking to everybody, then you're speaking to nobody.
Right. Yeah.
Christian often say, they come to me and say, oh, I said, what do you do? Oh, I want to help people. I said, what do you want to help people for? Oh, I want to help them to get rid of anxiety. They have hope. I said, what does that mean? You know? That is a very vague.
Yeah. They
That
have
is
this like ethereal idea of wanting
exactly.
to serve, but they don't have a finite way for somebody to hold it and understand it and then apply it.
And you know, when you don't niche down from the beginning, I always say, not even beginning, before you hit $300,000, you better niche down. That's the
Yeah.
experience. Because if you don't niche down, you know what you just did? You just set yourself up to compete with the top tier influencer in your field. So what do I mean by that?
That's good.
Let's
That's
say
really good.
I'm part of I'm first batch of the John C. Maxwell certified coach and speaker, right? So
Yeah.
if somebody say, oh, I am a leadership coach, I say, so what is your tagline? Oh, I help companies to build better team. I say, awesome. So why should people hire you? They could hire John.
Yeah.
Because the promise is so vague, right?
Yeah.
John can say that because he has his audience,
Right.
he has his
So you can go
platform.
to anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, before you are Oprah, Tony Robbins, John C. Maxwell,
Yes.
before you hit there, right? None of us are there just yet, right? So before you hit there, you need to become a specialist for a specific group of people so you can really create that impact. Otherwise, you will end up you help nobody and yourself are struggling.
Yeah, it's really good. And I think what's interesting, I think people get confused because in the past I've talked about niching, I've talked about target audience because I think it can get muddy and I think people can do it for the sake of doing it, but they're not actually attuned to it. And so utilizing biblical example, I would always say that Jesus never niched. He never niched down. He was for everyone. But when he went into a specific region, when he went to speak to a specific community, when he went and sat dinner at a specific household, he shared stories and parable and he spoke directly into their field of interest. He was able to talk directly to them. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't mean that you're ostracizing people by having a meal with the tax collectors. It doesn't mean you're ostracizing everybody else just because you had a conversation with the woman at the well. He was open to everyone, but he was able to communicate because he is the Almighty with multiple. And so I think that's when, if we can start like dinner table by dinner table, we can start community by community, but we can really hone in to know that there are thousands, tens of thousands of dinner tables that look very similar. And
Yeah.
we don't have to find and go to all the different regions of the world to search that out. But I feel like as we gain more clarity in that communication, as we gain more momentum, God will open the new doors. So I have a question for you, Kelly, because I'm feeling and sensing and seeing that God is opening new doors for me where I had boldly and confidently out the gate been like, I help Christian entrepreneurs. And now I am seeing these doors open to more secular stages, which feels hard, right? It feels like a stretching. I feel a little bit of that imposter syndrome. Why are they asking me to do this? Like, I don't have the same this, that, and the other. Simultaneous to that, I know, and I'm reassured every day that I am the head and not the tail, that they're probably drawn most to the light that lives within me, to the energy and the spirit that dwells within inside of me. And so what would you say to the person who's expanding to new territory and it's new to them and it's secular versus Christian?
I think whenever that you feel that you about to go to the uncharted water, right? Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, the unknown always brings fear.
Yeah.
Right. Well, remember Peter walked on water, right? So the moment he started to look at water, then he got into trouble, right?
Yeah.
And I think first of all, you're gonna have to, looking for cling to God even more than before.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you say you go to the secular world, right? But notice they are just human as well.
Yeah, it's
right?
true. It's good.
You probably won't go to like a preach, hey, gonna tell to them, hey, this is my verse, Matthew, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
sure. No.
Obviously, you cannot do that, right?
Yeah.
But, you surely can treat them. It's just the fundamental, the respect, the care, the sincere care, the love, right? And if God has sent you, right? If you got confirmation God has sent you, God always will give you grace, favor, and wisdom. Because grace, favor, and wisdom in the business mountain, in the mission, is always in season assignment. Not the past season or future season. Okay.
Good.
So a lot of people, they forgot like God is a God season. So whatever you call that you assignment, the in season assignment, then God will give you the grace and wisdom go into, right?
That's
and
really good. Yeah.
So don't try to go ahead of the Lord or behind him, just chasing after him.
Yeah.
That is one thing. And the other thing is, again, you see, I just read last week an article from HBR, the Harvard Business Review.
Yep.
And they talk about these 10 new truths about marketing after pandemic. And one of it is say before pandemic, they say that our consumer are expecting to get somewhat they want. That if we can kind of provide, about similar what they want, they satisfy. But the new truth is they are expect us that we need to have exactly what they want. Because in last 2 years of pandemic, right, people lock at home, and so what do? They consume content. They consume way more content than before. And that means the level of sophistication of the consumer have been increased. A lot of marketers forget about that. They're still using the old way to communicate, so they don't get anywhere. And also the lifespan, because now, since they consume a whole lot more content than before, now their mindset, they become more skeptical than before, because now they are more mature. So
for sure,
for us, everybody's marketer, just if you guys don't want to be a marketer, I'm sorry, you are, because even Jesus
every day.
Even Jesus is one. Okay,
that's right.
Marketing, it just means communication, right? It's the way you communicate your thing to the other end of people. You need to really figure out, you also have to prepare longer term from conversion, right?
Yes, for sure.
So you have to think about the fundamental of sales marketing, right? Know, like, and trust.
Yep.
Right? This aligned to, actually, I was about to teach that in my YouTube channel, TLC, traffic leads conversion.
Yeah, right? So good.
So you have to see, if you don't have a specific audience, what on earth you can
what do you say
to communicate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
To communicate that, so then they can like you after they watch your content or listen to your content. And so as the time goes, they'll be able to trust you. Trust you is that moment the money come out from the pocket.
Right. It's good.
Okay. Now, I know some of the Christians now hear what I just say and say, oh, Katie, they think about the sales thing, right? Okay. So let me just tell you something. Okay. Now, I know that voice sounds funny, but I want to get your attention. Yeah.
Yep.
We heard of 7 mountains. We are in business mountains. Every mountain have its own measurement stick.
Yeah.
You know what are the measurement sticks in business mountain? Revenue number and the people you impact. And
good.
Christian said, no problem, Kelly. I want to impact people. I want to help. I said, yeah, but you forgot in the business mountain, in the context, in the business mountain, the transformation only happen after transaction.
So good. You guys better be writing notes right now.